Well, congratulations. The job search is finally over. You've had your interview and you've been hired. But now what? Suppose you work with a lot of people that don't use ASL. What if they don't sign at all? What should you do? How are you going to communicate with them? How are the workplace behaviors or etiquette going to affect you? How can you fit in? What if a problem pops up at work? How do you resolve it? Hi, I'm Earl from the Betty and Leonard Phillips Deaf Action Center here in Shreveport, Louisiana. This video is part of a 7-part series entitled Work, Ready, Set, Go. This video is number 6 in that series, and it's entitled How to Keep and Maintain a Job. Really, the 3 things that we've already discussed, such as workplace communication, workplace etiquette and fitting in, and also how to resolve problems or challenges that come up on the job, are what we're going to discuss right now. So if you're deaf-blind, hard of hearing, you probably already know that working with individuals who aren't deaf or who don't sign can pose problems with communication. And it's even worse if you have to work regularly around such individuals, if you're the only one who signs. Whether it's a manager or coworkers that try to talk to you, they don't understand what you're saying. Yeah, you might feel a little, downhearted. But does that mean that smooth communication at work is an impossibility? No. But it does mean that maybe you'll have to work a little bit harder to try to improve the communication skills at work. However, first of all, if you tend to think negative, you might have to change your mindset to a more positive one. So it's true, maybe they don't sign, but ask yourself, what can I do to help them improve communication with me? It is something that can be done, and you can be successful at improving your workplace communication. Remember, why were you hired in the first place? Well, your knowledge, your skills, your attitude, and your zeal all played a part in what impressed your boss and made him want to hire you. So now we're going to let communication issues ruin all of that? Certainly not. So we're going to try to discuss some ways how we can improve communication on the job. First of all, whatever it is you're trying to convey, write it down. Use pen and paper if you have to, or use a voice-to-text or text-to-voice app on your phone. Those are 2 very effective ways of communicating, because no matter how loud or busy the workplace is, anyone can just read your message and get your point across clearly. But what if you struggle with reading English? That shouldn't be an issue. Get a communication board. And then you can use that at work for simple interactions. Next, if you need to ask for accommodations, such as a video relay system, a caption phone, or even an amplified phone, whatever it is you need, find the courage to ask for it. Don't be embarrassed or say, I don't want to bother them. No, approach them and say, here's what I need. This is the accommodation I need, and here's why I need it. The same information that everyone else gets, I need to get as well, and these accommodations will help me to get it. 5th, suppose you have issues trying to communicate with other individuals, but you're not quite sure they understand what you're saying. What can you do? Well, you can ask them, hey, can you summarize what I just said, please, or explain it back to me? The benefit of that is if they make a mistake or if they misunderstood you, you can find out and fix the understanding to make sure you're both on the same page. Now, if they're explaining something to you and you don't understand, what should you do? Oh, yeah, I got it. I understand perfectly. No. If you don't understand, just ask, hey, do you mind explaining that to me again, please? Or, can you tell me that point again? It's best to try to improve communication and make sure that it's clear. Now, the second thing we're going to talk about is, though workplace communication is important, we're going to focus on etiquette. That is, what some call manners or our workplace behavior. In other words, how can I fit in with what goes on the job? One of the first things you can do is see what the workplace culture is and try your best to fit in the best you can. And that helps to build an environment of trust in you. Also, always remember the proper boundaries at work. Keep things professional. Your private information or personal details, don't overshare. Don't give away too much. Also, when you can, involve yourself in, simple communications, simple conversations with one another. It helps to build meaningful work relationships. And that's good to build morale also. Now, what if they're trying to communicate, perhaps using little sign language, and they're making so many mistakes, communication's breaking down? Well, you can very politely explain to them how to do things the right way. And the communication in time will get better. Now, a third issue after communication and workplace etiquette is no matter if the other two things are taken care of, problems will still arise from time to time. Now we're going to talk about how we can overcome them. One of the first things you can do is to explain your needs carefully so that the others understand. And even if a problem arises, instead of being quick to defend yourself or to speak, take time to listen to the other person's point of view and then see how you can compromise. Next, try to figure out a way to resolve the issue to the satisfaction of both parties. And fourth, if you've tried that and nothing seems to work and we still can't resolve the problem, then call in a neutral third party, perhaps a manager or an HR representative, and ask if they might mediate the situation and try to see if they can find a resolution. Fifth, focus on the problem itself and attack that, not the other person. Try not to retaliate, no matter what their attitude might be or their facial expressions. Focus on the problem at hand. Try to compose yourself, diffuse the situation, and discuss it until you can find a peaceful resolution. In many cases, doing so will resolve the problem. So, in summary, if you're deaf, deafblind, or hard of hearing, remember that you have the skills necessary to successfully navigate in your field of employment. By making sure of clear communication, proper workplace etiquette, and problem resolution, you can continue to keep and maintain your work successfully. Remember, don't be afraid to express your needs or ask for accommodations. You are your best advocate. You can do it, and we certainly hope that this video has been enjoyable and informative to you. Thank you.